Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate for people who love houses. And this is where we take a virtual look at kind of cool architectural homes here in Southern California that are for sale, things that we think are kind of unique finds or just unusual houses or frankly, just cool places to look at. So I want to talk about a house that I think a lot of times some of these homes get overlooked, and there's kind of this increasing frustration. I know a lot of our clients feel it like I'll never be able to afford something interesting. And while we featured a couple homes under $1 million, they've all been pretty small houses. And this week we have what I think is actually a really cool house, and it's a little bit rare, and I'm going to tell you why as soon as we take a look at it. And it's just over $1 million, but it's also over 1,600 square feet on a bigger lot. And I think really it's a great opportunity for someone who needs a little bit more space to get in there still at a very reasonable price. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. This is 16450 Kingsbury Street in Granada Hills, California. Granada Hills, if you don't know, is kind of at the north end of the valley. And I want to give you a little bit of a history on this house before we jump into this. So this home is in our listing. It's listed by Racquel Magro of Pinnacle Estate Properties. And this home was designed by William Kriesel. So if you look in the description here, it says it's designed by architects William Kriesel and Dan Palmer. A lot of people call these Palmer and Kriesel houses. William Kriesel and Dan Palmer were business partners, but the reality is almost all of these tract homes are actually designed by William Kriesel without a lot of assistance from Dan Palmer. And you see these kind of houses actually all over the San Fernando Valley in kind of varying quality neighborhoods, from everywhere from North Hills and Van Nuys to Granada Hills, West Hills. And this one is unique though. And just to give you an idea, if that name sounds familiar, Palmer and Kriesel or William Kriesel sounds familiar, William Kriesel is probably most famous for designing the butterfly roof homes that you see in Palm Springs in Racquel Club Estates. So if you see those kind of homes that have that kind of butterfly cool roof shape, you're looking at a Palmer and Kriesel house. And this is the kind of house that you might just pass on by. Now, most of these homes were built in the 1950s, and they're generally between 1,200 and 1,350 square feet, almost all of them, but this one is bigger. And it's not the result of a funky family room addition. It's the result of just being sized up a bit. And I think that's kind of something unique. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,640 square feet. I think it's about an 8,000 square foot lot or close to it. It doesn't look that spectacular from the street. And I think there's a lot that can be done to this house. So most people, I think, would just click right on buy this one. And at $1,025,000, I do think this is a great opportunity for someone. So you can see we're here kind of towards the south end of Granada Hills. We're actually south of the 118. You see the foothills there in the background. And then this is the overhead view of the house. But let's actually go inside. So the first thing you see is kind of this really cool little design element. William Kriesel did this on a bunch of houses where the entry is actually recessed a little bit. And you kind of have this open roof area, which kind of creates this sort of like outdoor foyer kind of a feel. Kind of a cool design element. I dig it. You open up the door and, now really what you're greeted with is something special. Original hardwood floors in this one, open beam ceilings. I don't know if you can see them given the resolution that you're looking at this at. This cool kind of soffit shelf that comes out. This is the living room of this house, by the way. And you've got this beautiful shelf, beautiful open beams and clerestory windows, at the end here. Really, this is a cool living room, floor to ceiling glass. This is looking back towards the dining room. So the whole back of the house really, or a good portion of it, is living room and dining space. These are very generously sized rooms, especially by 1950s standards. This is that dining room. It's got a pass through to the kitchen here, which is actually at the front of the house. Again, dining room. This is the kitchen. It's a galley kitchen, but by having this pass through, it really creates a wide open space. These are the original cabinets for this home, but the countertops were updated to tile probably at some point in the 1980s. Even if you don't have the money to change this immediately, it's a very clean, streamlined look. I like it. Appliances that are at least a little bit newer. And this pass-through really opens up the kitchen to the rest of the space. This is the primary bedroom. Really a nice sized room, place for a dresser and a sitting room. And you've got these tall ceilings leading into the ensuite. And what I like about this is one of those spots I was talking about. Most of these homes were 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and 1,250 or so square feet. This one is almost 400 square feet bigger and has an additional bedroom. And what that gives you is I feel like these rooms are larger. Everything is scaled up and there's just a more generous feel to this house. Looking back the other direction, we've got clerestory windows, dual floor to ceiling windows. This is a very bright house in general. We've got a large bathroom here with dual vanities. Again, this is a big upgrade versus what most of these homes had. We don't really see a lot of these Palmer and Kriesel homes in the size range, not in the 1950s. This was a much larger than average house during this time period. We have a secondary bedroom here. Again, vaulted ceilings, another bathroom with the original vanity and this super cool kind of built-in sink in this kind of pastel canary yellow. What you're looking at here is kind of a cool Kriesel-ism. And I don't think you can catch it from this angle, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer. But most of the time in a lot of Palmer and Kriesel houses, there might be a window above the sink in the bathroom. And the problem is, if you do a window above the sink, what the issue you end up having is you can't see yourself in the bathroom mirror. So almost every Kriesel-designed tract home originally came with this sort of an arrangement. We had this kind of built-in medicine cabinet and you have a mirror that is actually angled. So this mirror is actually tilted backwards, which is kind of a cool little thing. So you can see yourself in the mirror, even though technically the mirror is a little on the low side. It's a total telltale sign of a Kriesel house. It's in most of his tract homes. Another secondary bedroom. And then this one they're kind of using as a den, floor to ceiling windows. By the way, cool furnishings. This is a fun backyard and it kind of shows you all of the windows that you have in this house. There's a big tree back here. I mean, this is a lot of backyard space, really an opportunity to do something cool. You're just not going to find this kind of space in a lot of newer homes, really, at least not in this price range. Remember, this is just over $1 million. This is at $1,025,000. And really, I think there's a lot of house here for somebody that needs something a little bit bigger. So if you can stretch your budget a little bit and just go over that $1 million mark, really you can kind of get a lot of house and a lot of land for the money. This is in a very nice Granada Hills neighborhood. And again, this is the kind of house I think a lot of people would just pass it by. They might just skip over it and not really realize how special something is inside, because it looks like just a standard 1950s ranch. And really these homes that William Kriesel designed were really so much more than that. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there are countless of these Kriesel neighborhoods in the Valley. They're also in La Mirada, Buena Park, Long Beach. I mean, really, these neighborhoods are built all over, but almost all of them are smaller homes. This is an unusual one because it's bigger, and that's really what makes it special. It's also in Granada Hills, which is also, again, a little bit upmarket in terms of neighborhood quality as well that you're going to see. The price is a little bit more than some of these other homes, but I think it's worth it. I think you get a lot more for your extra dollars spent. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Questions, comments, as always, we love them. If you would like to tour this home on Kingsbury Street in Granada Hills, definitely reach out to us. We would love to represent your interests as a buyer. And if you love architectural homes and this is not the right home for you, still reach out to us. We love talking about cool houses and helping people find awesome, amazing, and unique homes. Questions, comments, we love them. I think I said that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you again real soon.